And welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Thursday, March 17th, 2016. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. I hope it's a great one for you. Just going to read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks is a high level of risk, and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice. Thank you for your patience with that. So as regular viewers well know, we always start our videos off with a look at the Russell Index. So we're looking at it on a 5-year monthly time frame, and we're using the IWM, which is the ETF that represents the Russell 2000, paying particular attention to this blue channel. Here is the candle so far for the month of March. You can see, isn't it oh so interesting? It's just licking around this blue line, looking for direction. Janet Yellen came out yesterday with her decision on interest rates. She's going to hold them steady. The market is just digesting that news. Two things that changed that I think were significant is that she's backing away from about 4 rate hikes for the year ahead to more like 2. And she's also going to look to the global market situation for her direction and data as opposed to just North America. So that will be interesting for the market to digest and discern and figure out which way it wants to go on. It had a significant impact on the US dollar, so I want to show you that chart later on, keeping an eye on that one. I think it's a pretty important one. Anyway, getting back to our Russell chart, here we are right here, right now. It's Thursday, so we will see how the market decides in the next couple of days. Our thinking being, and we talked about this in our Tuesday video, this blue line offered very significant support through all of 2014 to the Russell, so it may offer some resistance here as well. But having said that, the candle for the month of February was pretty bullish. Long wick, rejecting this value area down here and pushing price up, so we will see. Spinning around my charts this morning, I have to say there were a lot of really great bullish setups. The futures are off by about 40 points this morning on the Dow. I'm filming this at about 9:10 on Thursday morning. Europe is off significantly, no, but the DAX is by 2%. I think that's worth paying attention to. Asia was a little soft to neutral, so we will see how the day goes. So here is the Russell on the daily chart. Here's our blue line. So we will see. Price is up and over that blue line, so we'll see how the day goes. The other things that I wanted to show you quickly, sorry about that, the Dow filled this gap. So I've been keeping an eye on these gaps in the indexes. The Dow has now filled the gap, so we will see if this offers a reversal area. Sometimes that happens when gaps get filled. Same thing on the S&P, the gap got filled, this gap here, so we've fulfilled that requirement. Having said that though, on the Qs, there is a gap here that has still not been filled. I've got my little green circle to indicate that gap fill, so it's a long ways away from that. And on the Russell itself, gap here, we are still a ways from that as well. I'm going to put a little green circle in there just so that we can refer to it next week if we need to. There we go. There we go. So with that in mind, should we get some strength in the days ahead, the charts that we were looking at the other day that still look good, Disney traded in this wedge. This is an area of support, minor. You can really define your risk reward here. We always use the 8-day EMA as our guide. Price must be above that 8-day EMA. I'm going to move it into the 3-month chart so you can better see. But if Disney wants to continue its strength, it would make sense to me that it would start to lift somewhere in this area, and I like that nice tight stop area. The other one we mentioned was eBay. eBay sold off a little bit, but it's certainly, that looks like a pretty bullish candle from yesterday. So anything up and over this consolidation area and up and over that 8-day EMA looks good to me for eBay. You know, I'm never making any recommendations whatsoever, always for your further research, but just charts of interest. And you know, at Chart of the Day Cafe, it's all about value growth. So these, Disney and eBay both have really nice value scores. The other one I'm going to add to the list is Calmine Foods. Chart of the Day Cafe pick, full of growth and value at this area of support, and looks like it may want to resume. Look, it's trading in this wedge. So it looks like it may want to resume the uptrend, lift up and out of here and up and over that 8-day EMA. I'm pointing this one out to you because CalMine, oh my gosh, has a really high value score. So very much a value play. I think it's got a score of 1.79 and it pays a very nice dividend. So keep in mind, CalMine, a past chart of the day cafe pick. Couple of charts I wanted to show you to maybe keep an eye on. TLT trading in this wedge. If the market starts to weaken, I would expect TLT to break out here and have resume the uptrend. And the other one is UUP, which is the dollar. So in my thinking, all currencies cannot be weak at the same time. And right now they kind of are. So the market's going to decide which one to lift. We've been keeping an eye on UUP. In a past chart of the day cafe video, we identified this area, came down and kissed it. We are now at that area again. So I want to see how the dollar behaves here and whether it starts to catch a bid in the next couple of days or further weekend, but that would be a chart I would be keeping an eye on as well. So with that, I will leave you. I hope you have a great St. Patrick's Day, and I'll put out a video next Tuesday. Thanks.